Evian Baker. I raced down the side streets of Spruce Avenue, lights on and siren blaring. Apparently, my lieutenant had somehow gotten himself into some deep shit down at a local diner downtown and was attempting to hold his own in the middle of a precarious crossfire, most likely between members of the Lucy's, one of the most venomous gangs known around this part of town. I pulled up on the scene of the diner about 2 to 3 minutes later, with backup about another 4 or 5 minutes wait behind, and drew my Kimber 1911 before cautiously exiting my car and making my way over to a nearby dumpster in the small alley where I found Rygo and a slightly younger-looking female wolf crouched down beside him, using it as their only cover against whatever shitstorm they had encountered before I arrived. "All right, Rye," I said with a wry smile. "Whose cornflakes did you happen to go and piss in this time around?" He opened his mouth for a very brief second and was just about to give his reply when the squealing of tires around the corner caught us both off guard, and I managed to dive for an empty spot behind the wall of the restaurant just in the nick of time to see all 4 doors of the car in the middle of the street open to reveal pairs of feet belonging to about 4 or 5 Lucy foot soldiers, armed to the very teeth with the highest grade of weaponry and dressed from head to toe in full-grade ballistic armor. The small pack of red wolves began to slowly flood halfway into the mouth of the alley and then stopped just a few feet short of the dumpster. Rygo and the red and peach-colored wolf remained well hidden behind and were just about to make a sweep of it when the red and peach wolf suddenly lunged straight for the lead wolf of the group, and before either one of them could react, delivered a strong punch directly to his temple while he was down, knocking him out cold almost instantaneously. While she and Rygo were busy almost single-handedly fending off the rest, I slowly crept out of the shadows from my place behind the wall and raised my 1911 at one of the blind and dumb stragglers of the crew, catching him with his pants down right then and there, just as I originally planned. "Freeze, motherfucker! Hands!" I yelled just as the sound of the sirens approached, and backup had finally just arrived on scene.